Somewhere in the desert, where a hybrid is looking for a meal. This is a documentary about the hybrids, about the way they live, the way they're eating, or the way that they fight. And this hybrid is composed of dragon fruit DNA, possibly melon DNA, and corn DNA. And as for the corn DNA, it massively debuffs a hybrid, making it nearly as not strong as most hybrids. As it then is looking for some food. As for this hybrid, it's not a fish eater. It mostly eats meat, including herbivores, or herbivore pot of gold. Pot of gold are herbivores. They mostly eat plants or leaves. But as for this hybrid, it's just going for a swim. It accidentally got rid of its own hair, as it then was a bit surprised about how it was nearly as scared, but it had no worries about it and kept on swimming. As soon as hybrid kept on swimming, looking for prey in the water, possibly herbivores, but could not find anything to his luck. And due to its early fatigue, as nearly is not even in childhood already, as it then looks for more herbivores. Dun 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 dun. As then another hybrid has shown up. The Apoconachakis. The Apoconachakis is composed of cactus DNA, dragon fruit DNA, melon DNA, and apple DNA. As it has no corn DNA, making it stronger than the Cornomatopus. As then, they then face off in a battle to the death. And which one will make it out alive? As the first hybrids got beaten up pretty badly. But it was clearly standing, putting its head down as of mercy. But then, this hybrid did not want mercy from it, as it saw that it was weaker than it, even though it was broken in arm. So it decided to kill it and eat the remains. And then break his bones and know it even better. Since the hybrid has won the battle, it has no way of healing itself. As in this era, these are prehistoric hybrids, and not the hybrids that you saw in the hybrid series. This is a documentary about the prehistoric hybrids, not the modern ones. As for these ones, they barely made any noise. But then, another hybrid showed up. The dragon fruit canapes. The dragon fruit canapes contained dragon fruit DNA, melon DNA, and cactus DNA. As the way that they step is how they communicate. Right now, they are trying to compete for the corpse that is still slowly rotting. Most of the time, most hybrids, who are likely taller than others, would have pretty loud steps that would make them dominant. Then, the Apocachus, or the other name that I call it, is not agreeing to the fight as it just wants peace. As then they're still arguing, technically communicating. The dead corpse that is still slowly rotting. Then they started to fight. As it then jumps upon everybody getting stumbled, barely doing any damage. Its chest, also breaking its arm in the process. As doing that had no purpose. As for this, they were both practically weak. Because it did no possible damage to each other. Except for the Apocachus. Or it did damage to the Catapindus. As it then bows his head down, as in it is here for now peace. As he has communicated to him that he is no longer wanting to fight. As he then walks away with his broken arm and his torn out other arm. Then the hybrid accidentally killed himself by turning around, breaking only one bone in its body. As it's for this hybrid, it goes back into the sea where it came from, trying its best on how to heal. Then in a few days it healed, and now it's trying to look for some fish food. Then it broke its arm again, yet again, trying to look for something to eat. Made it age a bit and made it look a bit different than other hybrids. As for its luck, it could not find any food. But then a fish showed up. As for the fish, it was completely unaware of the presence of the hybrid. As the hybrid was sleeping, it woke up, looking at the fish. It was clearly hungry, but then it knew that if it swam too fast, it would run into a wall or something. So, then in a couple of years, it healed back up again. And then it saw that same fish, and the fish swam away as fast as it possibly could. Then the fish fought back a bit, kicking the hybrid away from it. As then, the hybrid catches up soon pretty fast. Down to the bottom of the ocean. As it then goes back up, as for the fish, it didn't nearly go all the way down. It's it then broke its back due to its highly near human intelligence. As it then pushes the fish towards in order a way to break its head off. But in the result, it failed, but it ended up killing the fish and biting onto it and taking it up. Dang it, never mind. As it then began to eat the fish, slightly enjoying it, but not in a good way. As it then had a problem eating the fish due to its back being broken. But then it slowly healed from it and then went back to eating the fish. As it went back into its cell, it searched for more food because it was so hungry. But unluckily for him, he could not find any food. He then finds land. As it then laid there until it slept. As it then went to sleep, as it was slowly turning nighttime. It was asleep, dearly, until it heard a noise, as it was two herbivore pot of goals, trying their best to be quiet and not wake up the hybrid. So they go on the buttons so it not make much noise. As they both snuck around the hybrid successively. But then they made one bad noise. As then, the hybrid wakes up, realizing that something has woken it up. And that it is now looking for something. Looks at the prey, even though it was too dark. But due to it being too dark, it could not see them. But then, with these types of hybrids, they had night vision. So then, as they looked around for the hybrids, for the herbivore pot of gold, it walked around searching for it. It walked around, searching, hoping to find one to eat one. But to his luck, nothing. It then turns around. Oh my god, bro. it then turns around to see where they were. Then in the dark, this hybrid changes colors. It changes from this to this. It's almost everything with the dinosaur becomes dark. But then as soon as they were spotted, they started to run away. As for the other hybrid, the other herbivore, pot of gold, that did not know that the hybrid was there, did not go at once. As then, the pot of gold herbivore stays still, knowing that if it makes noise, it will be done for. As for the hybrid, it slowly feels around the area of the herbivore to make sure that it is food and not just a stationary object. And now it knows that it's food, he's going to try to eat it, as it then runs away. As they try to run, but they made a feint on the muscles, having the neck snapped, then eaten. As it did also laid down a bit, as it was a pretty tired hybrid. But as soon as he saw the other hybrid, he quickly raised up, wanting to eat more. As then this one also tried to run away too, but sadly, he was too slow. This one also had its neck snapped, but it was still alive. So, he tried again, snapping its neck, making sure of its no survival. As soon as it was finally dead, it started to eat. And then it rested. Then it was turning morning. And then the hybrid woke up, ready to trying to find something or someone, as it is trying to look for a female to mount with, as he had no shortage of one with him. But then another one, a female, which was way smaller than him and taller. And as for the males, they were bigger. As for the females, they were smaller. She did not know that his presence was around. But as soon as she heard his footsteps, she turned around. He quickly notifies her that he does not want to fight by communicating by using steps. And she said, okay. And then he said that he would rather prefer to mount with her. And then she agrees. As they then begin to mount. Then after they got done, they slept. Then it faded back into nighttime again. As the two slept along, prey was nearby. Two gorillas that they could possibly eat. These were prehistoric gorillas that were stronger and faster and better than modern gorillas that we have today. As for the big one, that is the male. And then they tried to step onto the ground silently. But as for them, they had nearly padded feet, which meant they were nearly as silent as T-Rexes. But then I decided to back away for some reason. As the male gorilla communicated to Miller to back up. He agreed to back up. And they proceeded to back up more and more from predators. As they knew if they got too close, that would be their end. So then they got as far away as they possibly could. And then they awoken. As they both awakened, as they didn't watch their prey closely. As for the male, he went closer to them, but with sneakiness. As the thing got closer to them, seeing them, he got closer and closer. As then, he nearly waited for the right time to attack. As for the gorillas, it was too dark for them to even realize that it was already too late for them. As he took his time, trying to construct a good movement rate. And then he sprinted off. As for the prehistoric gorilla, it goes off to fight knowing that it will easily overpower him due to their increasing strength. As it then kills the prehistoric gorilla and eats him. And then as for the female gorilla, she ran away as soon as she could. And as for the female hybrid, he sprinted towards the female gorilla. As then the gorilla swam away. Thinking that he got away. For this hybrid, they were great swimmers. As then the gorilla swam furthermore. But too badly for them, because for this hybrid they were excellent swimmers, able to swim from at least 20 miles per hour to 40 in 5 seconds. Since the female, she catches up to the other female very quickly. As for the female gorilla, they try to escape, getting hit in their back, and then suffering a blow to the back of the head, killing them instantly. But then, it costed the female hybrid her hand. For the price of this dinner that she is about to have. To the shore fast as they possibly could. The female had more weight on her because of the gorilla, so she could not swim as fast as she could when she was chasing. But she made back safely and goodly. And then she enjoys her meal. Then later on in the morning, her wound was not able to heal and she was constantly bleeding. Then, after a few days, it healed. After that, they enjoyed their meal and they lived together. This is the end of the first episode of Prehistoric World, the life of hybrids.